back to the channel, boys. So today what I want to try to get done is hopefully we can get the radiator in. I got to try to get the shift cables buttoned up, get those 100% installed to the bracket, and get the bracket mounted to the transmission. And hopefully we can get some cooling in this thing. I got a fan plug now, so we can wire in at least the main fan, and then later on, because it doesn't have AC, we can worry about getting that fan installed. But one fan should be plenty right now, and we'll get another plug and wire that one in later. Main thing is just to get the radiator in, get the fluids in there. And I gotta go ahead and get this alternator thrown on. I gotta mount the battery tray, get the battery permanently mounted in here. I gotta do this map sensor. I'm gonna show you guys that. I gotta check the turbo car just to reassure myself of which wires go with which wires on when you're wiring in that other plug. So I gotta check the turbo car for that again. And I will be letting y'all know that as we do it. But yeah, I'm just gonna dive into this thing, guys. I don't know what is going on with my Hero 8, but it's saying the SD card is full. I know I emptied it out last night, and yeah, so I'm playing music off my phone, so that's why I haven't done time lapse. But I promise you the next clips I will time lapse. I really wanted to go ahead and get the shift cables in, because that was one of the really the last things I was worried about, because they had this thing just laying in there and the cables felt really stiff, paused. So I didn't know if they had crimped them or if we were gonna have a whole issue with that. That was making me kind of nervous. So anyway, got the bracket in, got the clips on, the cables are completely secured now. And when we go inside the car, so that's neutral, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all ready for that click? Ready? So yeah, it's just really stiff, pause. But I don't know why it's like that. Jeff said it could be where the car just sat so many years. Guys, I'm just glad that they work. It just started raining. It is raining outside. I'm not doing coilovers on this car. I'm not doing anything extra. Right now, I just need to get this thing safely drivable and out of my shop. So I've been thinking about selling it and how I'm gonna do that and stuff. And I've come to terms that there's stuff that I would like to do to this car before I sell it, so that I can get like the maximum dollar for it. But you know, I'm gonna post it when I get it running and driving, and if no one buys it for the price that I'm trying to get for it, then we'll just put it to the side. At least it'll be drivable so you can move it around and get it out your way. And when we got time, like sometime after the Dragon, I'll jump back on it and try to get some extra stuff done. But like as for right now, man, I'm hitting a cap on what I want to spend in this car, because I'm hoping I can still see a pretty decent profit margin and we can move this out. It's a great project, man. This thing is really, like, it's in great shape, man, for someone that wants a CB7. Like, it's really meant for what it is. Like, there's basically no body rest. There's just a little spot behind the wheel, which you guys already know on CB7s, they always have that. But I mean, the car, man, itself is freaking clean. It's got its usual dings for a 30-something-year-old car, but I mean, the interior is just freaking sweet. And the car in general, man, this is a really nice car. And I know if I was in a different area, man, something like this, running, driving with an F23 swap, like easily $3 grand for this. And me, I could try to stick people like that and get top dollar for a car, but I'm all about moving stuff. I don't like sitting on a car forever. I just like to fix it, get it out of my way, sell it, you know, somebody else can enjoy it and everything, and we keep on moving with what we got going on. So with that being said, I'm not taxing people like some folks would do, and still people would still try to lowball you guys, especially where I'm at, my area. Like, no one pays a lot of money for Hondas, no one. And so when you're dealing with that type of stuff, it's just extremely hard to put the money into the car, because it takes money, man. Like, the engine was bad. We had to buy the engine. Then I had to put the new fuel pump, hanger assembly stuff in there. We got like the new clutch, all of that, brand new battery. Like, it's just, and then the time, the amount of time, like a shop, bro, would charge you more to do this swap than what I'm charging for the whole car, running and driving. So it's just something to keep in mind. I know a lot of people don't understand, but some of y'all do. So huge shout out to y'all. What is going on, guys? So we are back out here in the shop, and a package came today, boys. We've got axles, guys. We've got both axles for this baby. So we are pretty much 100% with a first drive, man, which is freaking nuts to think about. I'm super excited for that. Definitely gonna do that in the next video though, but right now what I have to do is we're gonna wire the map sensor from the F23 throttle body. We're gonna wire that to work with the CB7 wiring from that box that we pulled out. So this is the big clunk of vacuum mess that is usually on your firewall of your CB7. And believe it or not, guys, if you're doing an upgraded engine, or perhaps, I want to say if you switch over to a throttle body from like a newer generation Accord, you can get rid of that box as well and run a regular map sensor. All you have to do is rewire this plug that is on the factory CB7 wiring, and it's not this one. This one it'll just stay, but this is the one you want. This is the one that gets rewired, and I'm about to show you guys exactly how simple that it really is. What you're gonna need, which I already have, is a, you know, OBD2, OBD1, anything with that map sensor plug on it. You just gotta get that. You can pull one from a 94 and up Accord from a junkyard. Just get that sensor pigtail. So I'm gonna run through these old harnesses here and see if I can find one. All right, guys, so I got that plug cut off that goes to the box. Again, this plug right here is more of an emissions thing. This is not designed to make your car run smooth. This is something else that they added that's not necessary. I don't know about your states. Maybe in California they're strict as crap. You might need that, but for us, we don't need it. So you can tuck that away, you can cut it off and shrink wrap everything up, make it look a little neater. Usually I keep it in case I need to put a box back, but You don't need that for what we're doing here. And then I dug in my stash and got us a plug here for, you know, OBD1, OBD2. I want to say they're all the same colors. They may change from OBD1 to OBD2, but this is the exact same plug that I'm running on my turbo car, so I know how to match these wires up, because the wires do have different colors, as you can see. But I'm putting a picture on screen right now so that you guys will know how these wires go, and I will show you at the end, once I get everything taped up and stuff, the colors that match to what color, just in case you're trying to do this. But this is the plug that I use, which this plug came off of a OBD2 harness right here. You can tell it's OBD2 because those are OBD2 injectors. I'm gonna go ahead, wire these up according to the color. I got everything shrink wrapped and I put a little electrical tape on it, and I'm about to seal this up even more with the heat shrink stuff that's down here. I'm gonna pull that up and put more electrical tape on it just to be safe. But yeah, these are the three colors. So you got the white with the blue stripe, the blue with the white stripe, the red with the white stripe. Or yeah, red with the white stripe. And on this, we have the red with a green stripe, the green with the white stripe, and the yellow with the red stripe. They go together just like you see here. So the yellow hits the red, the green hits the blue, and the red hits the white. So if you need to screenshot or pause the video or something, if you're doing this on the fly, that's how they go, guys. If you're using the same color plug, this is how it lines up, and you should be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up real good with some extra insulation. Okay, the next issue that we had was this resistor box was only firing 2 injectors. Now, I don't know if that's because of what they say, which is OBD. Well, I don't even know if it's an OBD2 or OBD1 issue, but I know that low impedance injectors from older cars required this resistor box. But later models, they ended up starting to switch to high impedance. I don't know if it's saturated or not, but high impedance injectors, which didn't require this box anymore. And because this engine is from a 98 to 02 Honda, I think that's why this resistor box is screwing with it. I never run this resistor box because every engine I buy is always for a newer Honda, so I don't need this box. But the one time I tried to start it, just for the few minutes that I did try to run it, it was not happy at all with this box. So what we have to do now is it's only one screw left holding this in, so I got to get that out. Someone half took it out for me. Shout out to you, whoever you are. So that's that screw there. And then we'll pull this whole box out. And then what you want to do is, to save my harnesses, again, I try my best not to cut these stock harness unless I have to, basically like for the injectors. But everything else I try to make plug and play, just in case you want to revert back. The only thing you really have to change is the injectors back, or you can just run the OBD2 injectors in your older engine, whichever one you choose. But what we have to do now is, with this resistor box, we have to cut this plug off. Now, with this plug cut off, 2 things to note. Well, one thing really, when you cut this off, if you plan on keeping your resistor box, I have about 3 on my shelf back there. Cut enough to where if you need to, you can rewire this up. Just in case, again, if you have to ever run another resistor box, you know you have them. I don't know if this one's good or not because it was only firing 2 cylinders. I don't know if that's to do with this engine and these injectors, or if this box is just bad, but I'll keep it in case. Again, guys, I never plan on ever using these things. I hate the older technology. I try to put as much new technology as I can in these older cars. So if I can help it, I would not be using these unless it's just somebody might need one or something, and I'll, you know, hook them up. But anyway, you'll have it. The next thing you need to do is strip all these wires back, and as simple as it may sound, wire everything together. So you're just gonna put all of these together and wire it just like that. And then once you've got this completely wired together, you're just gonna simply plug it right back in to the factory wiring harness. Guys, that is it. Your injectors are now fully firing. She is holding some coolant. What I'm gonna do now is bleed this unit first on the top of the thermostat housing. I'm gonna bleed that till we get a steady stream. That'll kind of empty out the motor of air pockets and stuff. So that is a 12 millimeter. Now guys, as you can see, it is not squirting any water out, pause, yet. It just released all of what I had up here down inside, pause. So now I'm gonna come back with my jug of water here, and we're gonna top this baby back off. See that stream coming out the top? That's how you know that you got coolant through the whole system. So now we tighten it back up, and we'll go ahead and give this thing a start. And you notice I was putting tape over the outer air control valve port because this engine isn't wired up for it. It's looking for it, and that's what makes it do that surge load thing. Now on my setups, most of the time I delete it. I may do that here. I may try to wire this one up just to try it, but really all I did was stick a piece of painter's tape over the hole so that the air doesn't escape, and she idles fucking amazing, man. Like, this thing is fucking mint. So guys, unfortunately, this fuel line refuses to stop leaking. Something is definitely wrong up in this area where they made this connection thing here. I've tried to snug it down a little more, and it's not working for me. So I think I'm gonna just have to go back. I'm gonna have to take it back. We're gonna just have to try to cut this one off and maybe redo it and see if we can fix it that way. Right now, I don't know really what else to do as far as keeping these ends, but we're gonna try it one more time, and hopefully that we can get it right this time. I don't know if it's because it's right here at this bend. Maybe they should have put it more kind of like where this straight part is, or I don't know, guys, but it's shooting gas out of that spot, and that's not good. So we're gonna have to get that fixed to continue. But I'm gonna wrap this video up here so that this can drop for y'all tomorrow. And while y'all enjoy this video through this weekend, I'm gonna try to get that fuel line fixed. We're gonna do the throttle cable bracket, and we're gonna get these axles thrown in and do that first test drive, guys. We gotta make this happen. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Click that like button if you're learning some stuff, if you're enjoying us working on these cheap projects. Make sure you drop a comment down below on what you might be working on right now. I will catch y'all next time. Remember, respect our bills. Peace out.